guys, I'm Sdanwolf, and thanks for stopping back by and hanging out with me, and thank you for checking out the restaurant that I built on Isla Napali for Rudi. So he reached out to me maybe a weekend ago and asked if I had the time to build something on his little island resort that he has going on here. So I, of course, said, yeah, what do you have in mind? And he said, I'm thinking of a restaurant. I want a restaurant kind of near the entrance, and that's pretty much where he left it. Like, there was no micromanagement, none of that. He just said, I'd like a restaurant near the entrance. And yeah, so I just kind of ran with it. The one of the main things I knew that I wanted to do was have like a waterfall somewhere in the build. And actually, this where the path splits this waterfall wasn't actually how the waterfall started out. I actually had the main facade here kind of pushed back on the hill a little more, and this little offshoot, kind of like this little apex dining room, was shot over a little farther as well. And I had essentially a two-tiered waterfall system. So you had the main one that was kind of setting here, and it dropped down into a pool, and then it dropped down into a little pond that kind of separated the two buildings here. But it looked, to me, it looked a little too Rainforest Cafe-like, little contrived. I just really didn't. It just, if you guys would have seen it, I don't think you would have. I don't think it come out as good as splitting the path here. And I had a little bit of time lapse recorded, but OBS decided to shut itself, and I kept getting a bunch of pink screens that came up all throughout the time lapse. So not quite sure what was going on with that, but there wasn't really a lot of time lapse really anyway, because like I said, I pretty much did this in a weekend. And it was cool, kind of like the Lunawood guys, HPK and Beyond Drew TV. Rudi just kind of let me go with it. There was the only thing kind of like they did where this is the spot they wanted it, that's what Rudi said. And yeah, maybe 7 to 8 hours later, I was sending him some screenshots of kind of what my idea was and what was going on. So that is pretty much how this went down. And the hardest part was probably the path. We know pathing in Planet Coaster can be a little tricky, but if you stick with it, you can kind of make it work. And probably when I say tricky, it was probably like trying to make the stairs not want to swap over and connect with each other, and also the ADA ramp. It was kind of not wanting to cooperate. It was wanting to kind of do some weird swapping over like in the middle of the stairwell. And you know, with Rudi, with this build, he didn't say go ultra realistic, but I knew that we needed the wheelchair access, the mobility access over here. So that was kind of interesting, trying to get these 3 separate pathways to work. But in the end, this main little area, it came out pretty cool. We've got the little dining tables over here if people want to come back outside with their drinks or whatever. They're, you know, sit down there. I've got a lady here kind of doing a little parrot show. Big thank you to Deadeye Duck for importing his parrots to the workshop. And Zekin actually brought in his surfboards that look really, really cool and complement the whole Hawaii vibe in the restaurant really well. Switched up Kauai. Apparently you can use it as a W, like that's acceptable in Hawaiian culture, but apparently that seems like it's more for names, like if you're actually naming your your son or daughter Kauai. This is more like the island spelling would go. And then also the Kauai W is really seems like it's more Japanese influenced. So yeah, this is I think this fits a little better with the story. So yeah, I brought in my old Pride Rock facade. Well, as far as the main roof goes, that was really underused. Remember, I only really used it for like the reptile house and the lodge on the Pride Rock build, and I thought it worked out perfect here with the big you know, like the big roots and stuff kind of holding up the top level of the roof line there. Just really cool. Brought in a billboard here that kind of fits the back, kind of fits this wall really well. And if you want to see kind of what I mean by that is, if you remove this wall right here and then click on this, see, it's just one of those 8-meter just a little billboard. It's got the little Hawaiian lady here with the ukulele and the sun and the palm trees. I thought it just fit really, really cool. So if you ever want to do that, the only thing you have to do is just get on your x-axis and just be really, really careful. You gotta kind of have to do this slow. See if I can do this right on the first time. You want to bring the windows in. Yeah, there we go. So see, you kind of have to be a little fickle with it to get the wood beams to show through, but not the actual wall where it covers up the you know, the windows and the actual the mural essentially that we have here. So yeah, that is kind of what we have going on there. And I've got the little roof, little top deck rooftop seating area up there. And then Rudi, actually, I'll link his build. He kind of come in and, you know, this is the build that I had when I was building it for him and sent it to him. So in his video, he comes up here and actually does an incredible job on my little backstage area up here. He's got fencing. He's got a big road up here for like your Cisco truck to, you know, bring in different, you know, supplies and food for the restaurant. So definitely check out his little showcase video of it. And yeah, just kind of let us know what you think. Brought in a lot of colorful foliage, a lot of purples, a lot of yellows. I thought that fit really, really well. And just like I said, as far as the whole overall scheme goes, I really, really think it looks cool, kind of coming in right to your, you know, your right center as the people kind of make their way into the parks. It kind of just, yeah, it sets up here on this little burr here, really, really cool. And then of course the waterfall really just kind of sets everything off. So really, really happy with how that come out. Really interesting to see kind of where he takes this park and kind of where it kind of fleshes out from here. So anyways, guys, yeah, just wanted to jump in and give you a little update video and show you the Kauai restaurant that I built for our buddy Rudi here. So anyways, guys, give me a big thumbs up if you end up enjoying this clip. And don't forget to subscribe for more Planet Coaster content. And yes, I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you. See you guys.